أستغفره وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له له الملك وله الحمد يحيي ويميت وهو على كل شيء قدير وأشهد أن سيدنا وإمامنا وحبيبنا وقائدنا رسول الله محمد اللهم صل وسلم وبارك عليك سيدي يا رسول الله هو القائل صلى الله عليه وسلم كل أمتي يدخلون الجنة إلا من أبى قيل ومن يأبى يا رسول الله قال من أطاعني دخل الجنة ومن عصاني فقد أبى صلوات ربي وسلامه عليك سيدي أبا القاسم يا رسول الله ثم أما بعد. All praise is due to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the creator, the sustainer, the provider, the cherisher, the one who created us to worship Him, and the one who guides us to the right path. And I bear witness openly that there is no God worthy of our worship and our submission except Allah. I bear witness that Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam is the best of the creation of Allah and the seal of the prophets and the messengers of Allah. And we are sending our blessings and our salutations to all the prophets and the messengers of Allah with no exception, starting Adam all the way down to Noah, to Moses, to Jesus, to Abraham, to Isaac, to Jacob, to Joseph, to all the prophets and the messengers of Allah with no exception. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless our gathering, Allahumma ameen. And dear respected brothers and sisters, it is another day, another Jumu'ah. We try to come together so we can learn more about Islam, about Quran, about Hadith, and about what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has instructed us to do. And actually, we are in a very crucial and at the same time amazing period of time, because lots of challenges that we are facing by gathering together with that spread of that virus, and we try to do our best so we can have a little bit of the distance. At the same time, we try to apply certain precaution steps. But at the same time, we are in the month of Rajab. And the month of Rajab is the month that we try to put the seeds of our worship. And not only this, we try to get closer to Allah to prepare ourselves spiritually for Ramadan. That's why I chose today to share with you one of the things that we need to know about our Islam. I put the title for the lecture or the sermon today to be 3 major deeds. 3 major good deeds cannot be counted by the angels of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I want to illustrate that point. To know more about these major good deeds. What are the good deeds that even the angels cannot count? They cannot know what to write in our records. As we know that we have something to figure out how many good deeds, how many hasanat, how many of our rewards. Let me give you an example here. When you recite Quran, for instance, and for every letter that you are going to recite, not only word, for every letter that you are going to recite in the Quran, you will be rewarded with 1 good deed. And it could be multiplied by 10. Then we have number to figure out how many good deeds that we could have. Another example, as you know, when you pray, for example, Asr, when you pray Maghrib in your house, in your office, on the side of the road, when you pray on the gas station, when you pray anywhere, individually, the salah will be counted as one. But when you come to the masjid or when you pray in a congregation, so that means your prayer will be rewarded, multiplied by 27. So now we have numbers to count, to figure out, so the angels can write down in the record how much good deeds, how many hasanat that you could have in your record, except for 3 major good deeds. When you do them, the angels cannot find a number to put in your record. So they will be written as it is. And Allah is the only one can give the reward for that deed. Let me count the 3 good deeds for you. And of course, the time is not sufficient at all to cover all the good deeds in details. But just I want to give you a hint. And maybe tonight, inshallah, after Maghrib, we can talk in details how to achieve each and every one. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in the Quran, and that's the action number 1. That's the first major deed. If you made it, the reward unlimited. You will have unlimited reward in your record. As you know, we have the concept of the scale. We believe in the unseen. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told us in the Quran that we have a scale on the day of judgment. Our deeds are going to be weighted. So if your good deeds are heavier than the bad deeds, you made it. You made it to paradise. You are going to be taken by the angels of Allah to paradise. I don't like to talk about the other scenario here because it's not a motivational step. But as you understand what's going to happen if somebody has his bad deeds heavier than the good deeds. And let's be positive here. Let's be optimistic. When we talk about our deeds, the good deeds that Allah ordered us to do, the first one, which is unlimited, when you pardon, when you forgive others, when you remove any hatred, any grudge, any bad feeling, when you decide to forgive others for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, even if they did something wrong to you, even, let me just assume that they did not deserve that forgiveness from you, even though if you decided to pardon them, to forgive them, just for the sake of Allah, not for the sake of anything else, not for the sake of people, not to have a good image in the society, no, just for the sake of Allah. If you did so, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will grant you the unlimited reward. Allah said in the Quran, فَمَنْ عَفَى وَأَصْلَحَ فَأَجْرُهُ عَلَى اللَّهِ. Whoever forgave and reconciled, he only will take his reward from Allah. That means no angel can know how many good deeds are equivalent to that. How many rewards are equivalent to that good deed? How many hasanat that the man could take except Allah is the one. And can you imagine, Allah is the most generous when He grants you something which is unlimited. Can you imagine the reward for this? And what does it mean to pardon each other? We know, and of course, you read in the Quran, none none will not be allowed to enter Jannah except for those who have the pure heart. For those who have the sound heart. They are only will be the people will be allowed, will be admitted to Jannah when they have the pure heart. One of the reasons when the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ was talking with one of the companions and he had given the information from Allah that that man will be admitted to Jannah, and he said, why is that? He said, that is because when I go to bed, when I put my head on the pillow before I sleep, I have no grudge, no hatred, no jealousy towards anybody. I forgive everyone. Could you imagine? I told you lots of times before, and you can transmit that statement out of me. The heart of the believers has no place for hatred. And you have the great example in Rasulullah Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. You know what happened in Ta'if when they refused him, when they throw the stones to his body until his body started to bleed. And Allah had sent the angel of the mountains. Allah said, now the angel under your command. And still he feels the pain. He said, if you give me the order, I can smash them between these two mountains. I can destroy them all. I can take your revenge, or I can let you seek revenge from them. What did he say? How did he respond? You could imagine even the blood of the Prophet Muhammad didn't dry yet. He still feels the pain. He raised his hands and he said, no, I do not accept to destroy them, to crush them. I ask Allah to grant me from their offspring, from their children, not only from the current generation, no, but from the offspring, those who will accept Islam, those who will follow me. And he refused to seek any revenge. This is Rasulullah. This is the heart of the believers. Could you tell me nowadays, and excuse me, we have to be honest. Nowadays, we hate, some of us hate each other for the sake of the dunya. Some of people hate each other because of a couple of dollars. They want a position. They want money. They hate each other because of dunya. And when you talk with somebody, brother, could you please forgive him? No, Imam, didn't you know I am so and so, the son of so and so. My family is so and so. Okay, but listen, forgive him for the sake of Allah. He tells you, but you don't know what they made for me. And he looks at you with pride. Wallahi, some of people, their hearts became harder than the rocks itself. Some people refuse to forgive, refuse to pardon each other, even if you told them that the price is Jannah. He still feels the arrogance, you know? No, my dignity, my family. Let me tell you that example because of the time. Sayyiduna Abu Bakr as-Siddiq, as you know, we had the incident of the slandering of the mother of the believers, as Sayyida Aisha, the wife of Rasulullah Muhammad. As you know, one of her relatives accused her, and he was amongst the rumors who started to fabricate lies against As-Sayyida Aisha, the wife of Rasulullah Muhammad. And that man, Sayyiduna Abu Bakr as-Siddiq, used to give him sadaqah monthly, or like something more often, every week, every month. But he used to give him sadaqah always. And that man accused his daughter that she committed adultery. So, what do you think? If you are at the same position, put yourself in his shoes. Someone accused your daughter. Then the Quran was revealed that Aisha is innocent. She didn't make anything, radiallahu anha. So what do you think? What's the next step? If you want to seek revenge, how do you react towards this man? And he is your family relative. And you used to give him sadaqah, used to support him financially. So the least that Sayyiduna Abu Bakr did, he swore by Allah, he will never ever give him sadaqah again. Because what he did for his daughter. You know what Allah said? Allah said, وَلَا يَأْتَلِ أُولُو الْفَضْلِ مِنْكُمْ وَالسَّعَةِ أن يؤتوا أولو القربى والمساكين والمهاجرين في سبيل الله وليعفوا وليصفحوا ألا تحبون أن يغفر الله لكم. Allah said, do not let you make an oath to prevent sadaqah that you give to somebody who is poor, immigrant, and who needs that sadaqah. And he's a family relative. Then Allah said, O Abu Bakr, Allah is addressing Abu Bakr directly, revealed the Quran to be recited till the day of judgment so we can learn how to forgive. Even if somebody did something wrong to you. You was giving the sadaqah for the sake of whom? For the sake of Allah. So continue for the sake of Allah, regardless of what he did. And Allah said, أَلَا تُحِبُّونَ أَن يَغْفِرَ اللَّهُ لَكُمْ. Don't you like that Allah forgive you? So the first action, if you want to get unlimited reward, something Allah will give you the reward which cannot be imaginable, forgive others. And can you imagine you are up to Ramadan, insha'Allah. We want to soften our hearts. We want to clean it. We want to purify our hearts from any grudge, from any hatred. Even if the person does not worth to forgive him, but Jannah worth. Allah deserving to forgive for his sake. That's my point. Number two, when you have patience, Allah said, إِنَّمَا يُوَفَّى الصَّابِرُونَ أَجْرَهُمْ بِغَيْرِ حِسَابٍ. Those who are patient, those who have patience in this life, they will be rewarded unlimited, and they will be entering Jannah without reckoning, without being questioned about their deeds. They will come, they will be resurrected from their graves directly to Jannah. That's it. Why? They were patient. And for the sake of the time, we have three types of patience in Islam. Number one, to have patience on the worship till you fulfill it perfectly. Number two, you need to have patience on the sin till you get rid of it. Number three, you need to have patience for the destiny of Allah, for the calamity. If someone got disease, if someone got sick, if someone lost a beloved person, if someone had something, if someone lost money, lost his business, lost his job, you need to have patience and accept the destiny of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So number one, pardon, forgive each other. Number two, have patience. What's the action number three? This is what we are going to give you hints about on the next khutbah or the second khutbah inshallah. جزاكم الله خيرا بارك الله فيكم أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم. إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره وأصلي وأسلم على رسول الله محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم. أما بعد, brothers and sisters, the third action, when you do it, no one knows, no one can tell you, even the highest scholar or the highest degree of the scholars of the Imams or the Sheikhs, no one could tell you how many good deeds for that action. The third one is Siyam, fasting. Because Allah said in the Hadith Qudusi, narrated by the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, وَالصَّوْمُ لِي وَأَنَا أَجِزِي بِهِ. Only fasting is for Allah, and Allah is the only one who will give you the compensation for that fasting. And as you know, it is sunnah to fast in Rajab, to fast in Sha'ban, to prepare yourself, to prepare your body. Rajab and Sha'ban, these 2 months is a training course before you go to Ramadan. So do not wait till before Ramadan or the first day of Ramadan and say to yourself, you know what? I will fast starting tomorrow, and the first day I will get 100% of my fasting. That's not how it works. If you want to prepare yourself physically and spiritually, you want to start right now. Take some of the days of Rajab, Sha'ban. You have Mondays, Thursdays, 13, 14, 15. Take some of these days and try to train yourself for fasting. Feel it. Try to do that. Try to give that training time for yourself so you will be prepared. And then, if you did so, when you come to Ramadan, you will discover something. That Ramadan will be the best Ramadan ever that you have worshipped Allah in it. Not the best Ramadan that you made decoration in your house. Not the best Ramadan that you ate too much food in it. Not the best Ramadan that you serve the best of the drinks. No, the best Ramadan that you get closer to Allah in it. And I will conclude my khutbah with that question. How many people that you know had already passed away this year and they couldn't make it to Ramadan this year? Just imagine if you were one of them. Imagine Allah had given you favors by having you, insha'Allah, to witness another Ramadan. So do not waste that chance. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept from all of us. اللهم اغفر لنا ذنوبنا وإسرافنا في أمرنا وثبت أقدامنا. اللهم توفنا مسلمين وألحقنا بالصالحين واحشرنا يا ربنا في زمرة خير المرسلين. أقول ما تسمعون وأستغفر الله العلي العظيم لي ولكم من كل ذنب فاستغفروه إنه هو الغفور الرحيم. وأقم الصلاة. قوموا إلى صلاتكم يرحمكم الله.